Indira Gandhi also stood for the principle of equal pay, for equal work, for both men and women, which was enshrined in the Indian constitution under the Gandhi administration. She had her share of political and national tension, leading to and following her straining relationships with certain sects. But that does not deny the fact that she was and is indeed one of the world's greatest leaders. I will not be wrong if I say, Indira Gandhi was India's most fearless, compassionate, and spontaneous Prime Minister. She had a unique strength on her side, spending a good time with Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Patel, and of course nurtured by Jawaharlal Nehru, the architect of New India. She dared to dream of a fearless India, on its heels instead of knees, and looked into the eyes of the world powers then. Indira Gandhi's spontaneous decision-making transformed India big time and brought forward India's growth to the next level. She remains the most powerful Prime Minister in the Republican era of the last 7 decades. A person who had to battle rampant sexism, and prove her mettle by being held to a much higher standard than a man might have otherwise in her position been subjected to, is in itself a remarkable indicator that she had a very strong, decisive, and authoritative persona. And she possessed what many men before and after her lacked: backbone. Ruling over a noisy, massive realm of people speaking many a tongue, requires a deft combination of acumen, persuasion, and knowing whether to administer sticks or carrots, as well as possessing the conviction in one's ability to take decisions. Sometimes an emperor needs to take decisions that might not be supported by error-prone metrics like polls or go against the groupthink of your swamp, I mean bureaucracy. It requires having the conviction to face the costs of your decisions. That rare quality in itself makes her a very rare politician. Forget about being one of the great emperors of India. Winning the 1971 war with Pakistan at a time when the United States, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, and many other powers sided with Pakistan. The abject surrender of Pakistani troops in mere 13 days to split the country into two and create Bangladesh is the biggest war victory any Indian has had in nearly 3 centuries. She also fought for territorial expansion, the acquisition of Sikkim and Sakkan glaciers without any big fuss. We hold divergent opinions about her. Some say she was the daughter of Nehru and was promoted by him as his successor. Others will say she was born to lead, a great leader, a strict administrator, a shrewd politician, an influential world leader, a bold prime minister, a charismatic personality, and a caring mother. Some will accuse her of being a dictator or authoritative, despot, egotist, proud, and haughty. However, most of us would admit that she was an iron lady of national or international politics, who could take tough decisions and get them implemented, and was one of our best prime ministers and unforgettable leaders. Indira Gandhi was popularly known as the Iron Lady of India. She is the first and only female Prime Minister of India to date. She is among the strongest politicians in India. During her term as PM, she brought numerous changes in the country's economic, political, national, and international policies. She implemented 3 5-year plans, out of which 2 were successful. She also nationalized 14 commercial banks in India. This proved fruitful. During her term, the Green Revolution brought remarkable changes in the agricultural production of India. She too worked hard to normalize relations between India and Pakistan. Despite these advancements, she was criticized for her political policies and government corruption under her rule. In 1975, Allahabad High Court found her guilty of dishonest election practices. Instead of resigning, she declared an emergency. She was also criticized for the Blue Star operation, which led to her assassination in 1984. But she left behind a political legacy. And her family is now one of the most prominent political families in India. It is said that she was the only man in her cabinet. She not only single-handedly revived development, nation-building programs, and pro-poor policies but also diffused conspiracies destabilizing India. Post-Operation Blue Star, she was advised to avoid her personal guards from a specific community. But she denied it, and said in her last public appearance, "I shall continue to serve until my last breath, and when I die, I can say that every drop of my blood will invigorate India and strengthen it." She lived like a lioness and she left like a lioness.